questions about stealing signs and stuff.
You asking if it meant more?
Yeah, tell him that more. How was he after the game?
Fired up. I mean, just his passion, I think, has been awesome to see. His players brought a lot of energy to our team. The way that he talks, the way he speaks, and then the way that he just lives it and acts every day. I mean, you can tell he loves what he does. He cares a lot about it. Cares about us as players. So I think that shows. He puts a lot of work in. So, but he's like that every week. Honestly, I wouldn't say there was necessarily more than normal, but it's a good football team that we beat today. So we're all pretty fired up after getting that win.
Were you guys upset with players, or?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You use everything you can, right? And if they're going to give you free fuel, you take it. So that's something that you always do. But at the end of the day, you got to go play the game. That stuff doesn't really matter. You got to go take care of business and execute and find a way to win the game, which we did today. So it feels great. But you try to use anything you can for sure as motivation.
This is the most rushing attempts you've had since I think week 1 of 2023. Is there anything that this defense gave? What led you to scramble so much?
It's a good defense. It's really sound. I think in their zone coverages, they're really good. They take away a lot of things, especially on third down. They do a good job of dropping to certain spots, mixing in, match coverage, being physical, pressing guys. So they took some things away from us, had to move around a little bit, and then there at the end of the game, obviously, had some keepers and then some sneaks along the way, and all that stuff kind of adds up. But yeah, it's a good defense. They've been a good defense for a long time. A lot of good players over there, well coached, you can tell. So there's times where you got to kind of use your legs. You thought I could have even done it more, to be honest, today on some of those third downs. We weren't as good as we want to be on third down. And I felt like I could have maybe extended a few more plays, to be honest. So just got to watch that and keep learning from it and grow.
Trevor, the 48-yarder that Travis Hunter on third long, you sort of walk through what you saw in that play?
Yeah, we went tempo on the ball, and they got to shell coverage, and they kind of doubled BT into the boundary, and then we had cloud of the field, so that safety was put in a bind, and Travis just did a great job of taking it straight down the middle over Fred and just throwing it over the top, kind of seeing it as I got back to the field side progression, and Travis set a great angle for me to throw it, and obviously made a great play on the ball. The safety kind of came back in and tried to break it up, and it's a great catch by Travis.
How much of a lift was the
Punt return, because you guys have struggled a little bit to move the ball consistently in that third quarter?
It's huge. I mean, special teams made a bunch of big plays today. Some great kick returns, some great punts. I mean, obviously the punt return for a touchdown was huge. There's a lot of plays special teams made. It was just a full effort game by everyone, and that obviously get some points on the board, give us a little bit of a cushion, and then our defense again, just with the takeaways and the big stops, and then us just having to go and get a first down and finish the game out. So it was a complete game for us. I think offensively, obviously, there's a lot more out there that we can do, and that's the great thing about it is finding ways to win, and we still feel like we can grow a lot as an offense. So, like you said, the punt return and defense and special teams, did a great job today.
strike you at all last time you were here? Or do you remember that?
Oh yeah, same locker room we're in. So definitely had some good vibes and some good memories being back here. So felt good.
You had to shuttle a couple of linemen in today. How much did that impact your communication? How well did they play?
Those guys did a great job. I mean, the whole unit. We had 7 or 8 guys play today. I mean, that's hard to do. It's hard to just come in and you haven't gotten a lot of reps with that starting unit and guys filling in and playing well. Hats off to them, and they protected well. We ran the ball great, did what we needed to do. They gave me plenty of time back there. I mean, those guys did an awesome job, and that's a hard job to come in as an offensive lineman and on the drop of a pin and have to go and protect, especially on a third down or whatever it is. And those guys stepped up, so they did a great job.
Is there key takeaways for you guys in 4 weeks? What does that do for an offense?
Man, it's huge for your team. Just the takeaways, the turnover margin, like we always talk about, that battle of, you want to take one thing away from this game or just any game in general is if you win, if you have less turnovers than the other team, you got a good chance of winning. Taking everything else out of it. So I think for us, that's been a huge advantage for us. Our defense getting a bunch of turnovers, and today finally we had a game where we didn't give the ball away. So obviously it ended up being a 5-point game. Those things matter at the end of the day. When you have, I think we got 3 turnovers or maybe more, and then 3 or 4, and then we didn't have any. That makes a difference. So got to keep doing it.
Is there just a belief now that they're going to get 2 or 3 a game at this point? I mean, 4 weeks in,
Yeah, it's there is a belief for sure, and those guys believe it. And I think that's why we're getting the ball so much because, they work on it in practice constantly, and it's always they're punching at the ball, they're getting their hands on footballs down the field, making plays in the back end. Like, it's something that they've been working so hard on since the spring, and to see it show up is really cool. For us as an offense, we got to keep taking care of the ball, and I'd be surprised if we went every single game getting 3 takeaways the whole season. So, we need to clean some stuff up and go score some more points on offense. I know we can be better. But, yeah, there is a belief that our defense is going to get takeaways because they've proven it through 4 weeks, and just keep doing it. It helps us out, obviously, getting those turnovers.
That resiliency that Liam talks about, and we were here for a while where there wasn't a lot of that resiliency. That's who this team is at this point, yes? Is that kind of what your belief is?
Yeah, it's a great start for us. Like I've said the last couple of weeks, it's early in the year still, but the way we've won a couple of these games, and I think just in any game there's going to be adversity and ups and downs, and just the way we've handled them has been awesome. The team's really coming together, getting behind each other. We're playing complementary football. When something happens, we really take advantage of the momentum swings. I think that was a big thing today, and we just play a full game. You don't know what the next play is going to hold. Just even if something bad happened the play before, just play the next play, keep looking forward, and I think this team's done a good job of that, but you got to keep doing it.
Devin, how come this defense keeps just getting turnovers?
Yeah, we're very opportunistic. We have a lot of ball hawks on the defense, and the ball's always on our mind. It starts up front, and I think everybody just capitalizes on the opportunities that we have.
Yes, I think that 9 takeaways all of last season, and you got 13 already this year. What has been the key to the change, though?
Yeah, I think it starts in practice. We always practice taking the ball away, punching the ball out, catching the ball. Everybody always has the ball in their mind, and I think whenever you're thinking about it all the time, naturally, those plays and those opportunities, you'll be ready for them whenever they present themselves.
Run us through that second interception. Did that ball get deflected? It looked like a little bit, and it's just like an easy catch, right?
Yeah, it was. I believe Mason tipped it at the line of scrimmage, so I'll have to go back and see that. But I'm pretty sure he did. That's what I heard. And then, I just had a good feel for where he was trying to go with the ball, and luckily he threw it, and it was right there. It was an easy catch.
Was the first one just a matter of sticking with it off McCaffrey's handling? You just got to stick with the play like that, right?
Yeah, he found his way through. He leaked through, and those are one of those plays you got to just keep running. Coach Camps always talks about running to the ball, and the opportunity was there whenever opportunities are going to be there when you get to the ball. So, fortunately that was on our side, and, I was able to get the tip.
Are you playing the best football of your career to start this year?
Yeah, I'm playing good football. I think as a team we're all playing good football, and ultimately, I'm just focused on playing my best for the team so we can win. It was a great team win. It was complimentary ball, and everybody was playing together, and believe throughout the whole game. So, just proud of everybody, and like I said, we're all playing off each other.
Did you talk to Arik at all after you guys made that sack on Purdy because of all the years that Arik was here? How hard was it for him to get this kind of win?
Oh, man, that was so special. I'm just so happy for Arik for, he did spend so much time here, and this was his home for so long, and to make a play like that, return to home, just so happy for him, and, he deserved every bit of that. That was big for him.
You guys annoyed with anything that Robert Saleh said about stealing signs? Did that impact anybody in that locker room this week at all?
Nope.
Not at all?
Nope.
See the game and your return?
Yeah, it was. Can't write a better script than that, to be honest. Just woke up today, didn't want to make it bigger than it was, and just live in the moment and see what today had to bring, and it was a pretty special day. Probably one I won't forget.
What was it like being inside this locker room? It's just the different, coming back here and being on the other side.
Yeah, it was weird. I think I've been in this locker room one time for the Pac-12 championship when I was in college, but yeah, coming into the visitor locker room was a little weird for sure. And but it was an amazing experience. Obviously I got a lot of memories in this building, and I just made another one today.
Did you happen to give your signature gesture after you sacked Purdy?
Yeah, I did.
You did, okay. You also know Robert Saleh well, Liam well. What did you think of the whole back and forth between this week and after the game, sort of scene?
I don't know what happened after the game. I know coaches get competitive. They're two great coaches, and obviously both fiery. So I don't really know what that was about.
So that play, the fumble, forced fumble, obviously doing that against your former team. I was talking to Foye. He said you kind of took the ball up and held it up like the Lion King. What was that celebration? Where did that come from?
Oh yeah, in the locker room, the coach gave me a game ball, and I just held it up like it was the most precious thing in the world, because the ball is, and this, like I said, this was a big day for me, a big day for our team. Getting our first road win in this fashion against a great team. It's a day I'll remember always, especially in my career. There's going to be certain games I'll forget about. Obviously, playing a lot of football, but this won't be one of those.
Is it kind of tough though emotionally though when you're playing a former team, because you played so many years with the 49ers, and you're on the other side? Is it always kind of difficult when you're kind of?
Yeah, it was a little weird. But like I said, my mindset was that it's a unique experience that not a lot of human beings get to have. Playing in the NFL for one, but being somewhere for so long, coming back, like that kind of situation, not a lot of people get to have in their life. So, I was just living in the moment and seeing how the day went.
Is it surprising to even think 13 turnovers in 4 games? I mean, that's a lot of turnovers, you guys. A little hard to believe.
It is crazy. Obviously it's historic, and it's something we talk about and preach. Like, we want to take the ball away and give the ball back to our offense, and we're doing it at an extremely high level now. Early in the season, got to keep it going, but off to a great start.
What did it mean to come back here, not only as a Jacksonville Jaguar, but as the Walter Payton Man of the Year?
Definitely hold that with a huge honor to represent not only myself and my family, but the NFL and my team, and everyone who looks up to me for all the things that I've done. I wear that with huge honor, and so it feels good to play out there with the patch, and so everyone can see that, and it can be on display, because I want to continue to inspire the next generation, and so hopefully I'm doing that.
Arik, thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.